Tune into Valley News Live now on Facebook, YouTube, or the VNL app every Thursday at 1 p.m. to help us honor those who served and the people who support them.
Hi, I'm Jessie Ammett, your host of Valley News Now. For a segment on Valley veterans, Tom Krimenhoff and Jason Hicks and I have been doing features on different veterans organizations in the area. And yesterday we talked to Theta Chi fraternity at NDSU, and they are doing a haunted house coming up today. And so you're going to want to make sure you get to that. I'm going to bring you over to Facebook to show you Theta Chi. Part of their foundation is giving back to veterans. And so they were founded on a military base, and they continue that tradition by giving back. I'll bring you over to Facebook here to show you a Fargo Memorial Honor Guards page where they keep a lot of things updated on what's going on to give back to veterans. And so this post was from yesterday, so it's today. The proceeds benefit the USO, and you can check it out. So it's right on NDSU's campus, right across on University, and it's tonight from 6 to 11. Admission is $10, military $7, and you can get those tickets. You can get those tickets online on our website there on Fargo Memorial Honor Guard or Theta Chi NDSU, or you can also do a cash donation when you come. They also have free will, so you can go through the haunted house. We talked to them earlier, so I'm going to play you the video. You can see what ages this is for, meet some of the guys from Theta Chi, some of the military connections that they have. It was a really fun time.
Because they're doing a haunted house here, and the funds are going to the USO. So we kind of want to see what the guys are doing today. So I thought I'd just take you with me on the way in.
Yes.
I'm supposed to meet Jason here. And Tom.
You met him. And where's Waldo?
What the heck, man? I thought you should have warned me. I would have dressed up.
We did tell you there was a costume requirement. You chose not to follow.
Oh. Well, I'm going to be in trouble for not following orders, it looks like.
Yes.
Okay, well, take me on a tour here. Where are we going? Here, I'll give you the mic, or I can just hold two in front of me, maybe. There we go.
Welcome to Theta Chi fraternity. And here we have some of the fine members.
Hello, fine young gentlemen.
Who are you?
I'm Tyler Specht, philanthropy chairman for Theta Chi Phi chapter at NDSU.
Who do you have with you here today?
So this is Mason Iltz. He's an active, initiated in spring of 20, and he's part of the National Guard. This is Brennan Berge, who's initiated in fall of 21, and he is also part of the National Guard.
Okay, so I have so many questions. I went to NDSU 8 million years ago, but I always thought I really wasn't involved in any of the fraternity sorority stuff. I always kind of thought it was just like Party City, but I've learned a little bit more. So tell me a little bit about what it's like to be in a fraternity.
Yeah, so there's a lot of aspects to fraternity life. The main thing we like to focus on is giving back to the community. So as philanthropy chairman, I'm in charge of planning a lot of the events that we do to raise money for numerous charities, as well as plan a bunch of volunteer events. So I know in the past we've done events like we go volunteer at the Feed My Starving Children when it's in Fargo, as well as we've done a few events with the local YWCA to kind of help boost our community relations. And then we also host philanthropy events, fundraisers for numerous veteran organizations. Earlier this fall we did a event called GI Theta Chi, where we raised money for the Wounded Warrior Project. We did a 5K fun run, as well as Pi Theta Chi at the first tailgate. And then coming up this weekend, we have the haunted house, where we're raising money for the USO. We'll be basically decking out the entire house and making it into a spooky mansion. So.
Okay, that is awesome. It is a really beautiful house. I mean, we'll get some pictures of the outside too. You get some sort of elements of Halloween already in here, it feels like a little bit.
Yeah, so it's almost a 100-year-old house, so it's already spooky enough as is.
Right? I was thinking definitely, I mean, it's so clean though. I thought it was going to be scary because a bunch of guys, how many guys live here?
We have 34 members living in the house right now.
Wow, that's a lot of boys. I had 2 boys, and that was scary enough for me.
I thought you were getting yourself in.
I'm in the middle of the living room, or one of the gigantic rooms here, with the Theta Chi fraternity. And they are doing a haunted house for the USO, United Service Organization. For those that don't know, the Theta Chi fraternity is the second largest fundraiser for the USO, right behind the NFL. That is very impressive. And right here in Fargo, they're going to do their part to add on to that with the haunted house that they're putting on this Friday. The USO, United Service Organization, they do a lot of things for service members. They get celebrities and rock musicians and all kinds of different people to come over and visit, not only in the Middle East, but on ships and bases. I've had several USO encounters myself. I got to meet Neil Armstrong before he died, through a USO contact. And I got to have a near miss with Kid Rock. He was going one way, I was going the other, and I did get a couple of t-shirts for my kids. So I guess the USO has, always been there. Bob Hope, the USO started in 1941, and they're the ones that are responsible for getting Bob Hope and Anne Margaret and several of the other ones everywhere from World War I battlefield sites all the way to the Persian Gulf War when Bob was done with that. And they still continue to do good things today.
What's it like, Tom, to have one of those concerts come when you were stationed overseas?
Well, I missed the Kid Rock when he did the night I was coming in and everything, but I did get to see Saving Abel, and that was awesome, to see that. And then they bring in other people too, and I got the opportunity to hear Neil Armstrong and several other astronauts, talk about their story. I think that was the Legends of Aerospace tour that they did in 15 bases in 2010, and I was one of them lucky enough to be able to go to that. And I had to move my schedule around. Over there, you work just crazy busy hours. It was like 16-hour days, and I was up just about 24 hours when I got to go to that event. And I couldn't sleep after that because I was just buzzing from, meeting all these people, these giants of history. So the USO made that possible. And that was something I was so fortunate to be able to do. And then, David Hartman, the former host of Good Morning America, came with them and hosted the whole thing. So it was just amazing to see those people.
It's so cool. What I love about it is I hope that it feels this way, that it shows that people care and want to help boost morale while you're out there and just do anything they can to kind of give you a moment of maybe a break too.
It definitely does. Yes.
Good.
And then I got to meet Gary Sinise too, and I went on a couple bases with him. And so he's got a band, the Lieutenant Dan Band, and they are fantastic. And love to get him here to Fargo. So hey, Gary, if you're listening, come back to North Dakota.
Your uniform seems a little off today there, Tom.
Well, you told us to wear a costume, so I did. And
I did.
Jason and I, went with the plan and everything. And
There was a memo.
us military guys, yeah.
There was a memo. We'll make sure you get a copy of that memo, Justin.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Tell me about, we'll start with you. Tell me about your decision to be in the National Guard, and then also how that kind of relates to being a fraternity.
So I decided to be in the National Guard because I thought it'd be a really good life experience to have. To be able to get to go through like the training, get to go to basic and have to be forced to meet all new people and have to see different experiences helps you grow as a person, and it's challenging, which helps you grow as a person. And I really want that life experience. Plus I have the opportunity to give back to the community. I think it's kind of similar to why I wanted to join a fraternity, is just the opportunity to meet so many people and have them like change me. I can help affect them. Maybe we can all, that's the point Theta Chi, is we make better men. And so I hope we all become better men. That was my goal.
That's amazing. Well, very well said. All right.
Yeah, and let's see. For me, it was a little bit backwards from Mason. I joined the fraternity first. It kind of helped me be a social, because without it, I'm kind of a hermit. And so I got some good buds around here. A few of them were actually in the National Guard, the ROTC program too, specifically. And I kind of decided to go ahead and go that way because my family had a whole bunch of military history. So I decided to go there, help pay for college. It's really nice because we're just right by where we train those mornings. So, I got fraternity brothers here that are in that program with me. So I've got basically two groups of families away from home that kind of help me while I'm gone.
I love that you recognize that, you know what, I might not meet a lot of people if I don't kind of force myself to get in some other groups. I think that's really cool for both of you that you wanted part of that experience. It's really neat. Mm-hmm. So those early training mornings, tell me what that's like, and like what time do you have to get up?
Well, depends on what it is. If we're actually like out and training somewhere, that can be as early as 4 in the morning.
Earlier.
when I do it here with ROTC, usually it's 6 a.m. starts. Last Friday, though, we had our ruck march, and that started at 3 in the morning. So, you know, a little bit of coffee helps with that.
That's good. Yeah. Thanks. So what's your schedule like as far as service?
Just once a month, I have to go do a 3-day training where we just freshen up or we learn a new skill. That way we're ready to be deployed if we ever need to at any moment. And I have a 2-week training where I go off to some fort somewhere. I've been to Camp Ripley, Minnesota a couple of times, and we basically just go there and act like we're in the field, train, deploy, like we try to pretend it's the real thing. Train how you fight's what they always say.
Wow. So let's say you get a call. What are you prepared for as far as if you were called, how fast do you have to go?
Our standard is I have to be ready in 24 hours to where like in spring 2020, they need people to jump on COVID duty and set up that kind of stuff. And I had to be in Bismarck within 24 hours, and I was just on that duty for a month.
Okay.
You just always kind of have to be ready to go.
Yep.
That's what you sign up.
That's what you sign up for. That's awesome, you guys.
Yeah, so we have a very deep relationship with the military within this fraternity. We have several alumni who served active duty as well as gone on to join the Guard. So I know in my family, I have an uncle who was deployed to Iraq who had to leave college in order to serve his deployment. So he graduated from this chapter, as well as I have another uncle who, after graduation, went to OCS training in Alabama to become a drone pilot for the U.S. Air Force. So he's currently stationed here in Fargo. So it's stuff like that that makes you really want to appreciate the military. And then I know even personally in the last year, my Rook dad, who's basically our mentor for me, is getting deployed to Kuwait in November. So it's very, very deep ties with the military within this organization.
Yeah, a long legacy, which I'm sure is part of why you want to give back, and that's part of just Theta Chi's foundation. Is that correct?
Yep. So we were founded at a military institution by two cadets back in 1856. So we've had very strong military connections since the creation of this organization. So.
Wow, 1856. So quick math, not quite 167 years.
That sounds right to me.
Let me go check my math.
So even within the fraternity now, we have he's a member who was in my pledge class, James Jacobs right here. He was just deployed to San Diego to serve on the southern border for a year. So he's currently serving his deployment right now. So
amazing.
And then as an organization, we also have like a goal to serve for the USO and other military organizations. So we, as a fraternity, our nationals has this thing called Operation Military Red, where every chapter is tasked with doing a fundraiser for the USO every semester. So across the 240 active chapters, we were able to raise over $200,000 last year for the USO.
Holy cow, that's a lot.
So nationals will give awards at our conventions or summer meetups and basically give money or give awards to the chapters that raise the most money as well as do the most service hours for the USO.
Wow. So did you guys win last year?
We did not win, but we're hoping to bring back that trophy this year. So.
Well, in a way, it's even more amazing that you didn't win. That means somebody did even more than that.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool what you're creating. So, okay, so the haunted house is all to raise money for the USO. So you want to give us a tour of what you're willing to give us a tour?
Yeah.
Of your house.
So we got the main floor right here. This will all be decorated with cobwebs and make it look spooky.
Are you going to keep Jason and Tom then for the spooky?
I guess I have to. They're kind of the scariest ones.
They scared me, for sure.
So we have the Bison stairwell. This will be part of the haunted house. And we'll come back this way. So we'll have this all decked out with decorations, spooky,
How
scary.
spooky do you get? Like, what age children should come to that?
See, we have a system where if a family's coming through, we can be a little bit less scary. But if a group of college kids comes through, we can go a little bit harder.
A little bit more. Here, I'll hold your mic, and then that way you can kind of just tour.
Yeah, so this will be all decked out. We'll have cobwebs all over the composites.
Nice. So you're doing all this tonight and tonight and tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
So we'll have the house ready by Friday, and then the house starts at 6 p.m. and goes until 11 or midnight, depending on how the night goes. So
You're gonna be scary. I'm coming at 6. I'm not coming any later than that.
yeah, so this is like what the main portion of the house will look like.
Nice.
So every room will have a different theme to it.
Cool. All right. I'm trying to not look too much. There's some relaxation happening too.
Yeah,
That's a good thing.
yeah. Calm before the storm, I guess.
There you go.
Yes, we'll be having pretty much everything decked out. Third floor is pretty much the same layout.
Wow.
And then the basement.
Yeah. Oh.
It's a real treat.
That's where it's at, huh?
Yeah. So we have 200 feet of plastic tarp that we'll be making a maze in the basement with.
Oh boy.
So
Well, you got the great echoey stairs. This is perfect for a
Yeah.
haunted house. This place is huge. I feel like we've been going downstairs forever.
that's just from second floor. Yeah, so in here we have our basement. This is where we're gonna have around 150 feet of plastic tarp. And we'll
Wow.
be setting up basically a haunted maze with jump scares, some strobe lights, everything you can imagine. So
Yikes. Okay, so already I decided it's too scary for me with the jump scares. So what if people want to donate? Could people donate somehow?
yes,
Okay.
so on our crowd change page, we have a link that you can either buy tickets with, so that way when you get
Awesome.
here, we just cross your name off, or it's just free will donation. There's an option to just donate, even if you
Cool.
can't make it. So
Okay, so for scaredy cats like me, we can just donate. Otherwise, free will donation, or you can purchase tickets, and so you're, like you said, good to go. You'll have your name on the list. This is
Yep.
gonna be great.
And then, so it's $10 general admission to get in, but for military and military affiliated people, we have a discount to $7. So
Oh, nice. Cool. And then if you can give over and above, why not? Because it goes to the USO.
exactly.
That's great. Okay, this is going to be so fun, Tyler. Do you have trouble keeping these guys in line? Is that your charge, or is that not your charge?
That's not my charge.
Nice.
I guess I always have to help with it.
For sure. How did again, very I don't really know how it all works with the fraternity. Do you have who is in charge around here? How does that work?
We have 13 executive members. We have president, vice president of health and safety, as well as assortment of others that kind of do different jobs around the fraternity to make sure that we stay afloat.
Nice.
We got treasurer to pay our taxes and make sure we budget correctly.
Cool.
We have recruitment chairman who's in charge of planning all of our rush events, as well as making sure we recruit guys to carry on the fraternity, as well as myself, philanthropy chairman. I'm in charge of planning any volunteer or fundraising events. So it's just assortment of executive members that do different tasks.
What great experience too for going on in the workforce. I mean, okay, so on TV there's always a den mother. Is that a thing? Is there a random mom that helps out, or dad or something, or are you guys just on your own here?
We are on our own.
Oh
here.
boy, that's scary too.
So we kind of have to kind of corral everybody to make sure that things get done. But
Yep. Oh, it looks like you do a great job. Actually, I'm just kind of teasing. You do an awesome job. Would you suggest to people to join a fraternity?
Oh yeah, it's a great way to make friends. I've made so many friends here that I'm going to be friends with the rest of my life. It's kind of similar to the military, where you're around these guys 24/7, so you kind of just develop really strong connections with them.
Almost like brothers, I would guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have over 200,000 total undergraduate initiates.
Wow.
Within the fraternity and its history. So there's 240 active chapters right now across the nation. There's chapters at University of Wisconsin-Madison, the University of Minnesota, as well as some other chapters just spread spread across the country, so we have
Awesome.
pretty much influence everywhere.
Yeah, definitely. Plus, wherever you go, you've got your Theta Chi brothers to
Yeah.
kind of plug in with.
Yeah, 100%.
That's awesome. Cool. Thanks, Tyler.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so this is where the magic will happen. So in order to go to the haunted house, you'll just walk through that door right there, and that is where you'll enter the house.
Okay, so where do people park?
So we'll have the parking lot cleared. So we have 30 spots in the back that we'll be able to use, as well as pretty much all the campus parking will be open by that point. So.
Awesome. So we're right on University, in case you don't know where Theta Chi is, and just swing around the back. Pretty decent sized parking lot back there, and then also you can park on campus. Just get over here.
Yeah.
The front scary door where you'll be ready to walk in. So will you be able to take like cash donations at the door as well?
Yep, so we'll be able to take cash donations, as well as the crowd change page takes cards, so no matter what.
You got it. Okay, so tell me the times, when and where, one more time.
So it'll be Friday, October 27th from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Tyler. Appreciate it.
Yep, thank you.
We'd really like to thank the Theta Chi fraternity for, doing things for veterans and for the community as well. And, from the veterans community perspective, we look forward to working with these young people in the future and everything. So it's the younger generation gets maligned a lot, and we just kind of wanted to bring attention that you got these people out there doing these good things for not only the veterans but the community at large too. So we look forward to working with them and staying in touch with them in the future.
Yeah, we thank all the veterans out there for their service, as well as the support of the community for allowing us to host events like this.
Excited to make these connections with our segment Valley Veterans, and just to continue to find groups that we can connect with and veterans that we can connect services with, and so we thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Very well done.
Oh, knuckles?
I can't bend my wrist and do that.
Oh,
So
okay.
I have to do one of my knuckles.
Okay. Tell me where we're going.
Yep, we're going.
Okay, awesome. We're gonna have a push-up contest. I thought this would be really fun, mainly because Jason's dressed up silly, and Tom's over there. He's counting my things for us. I'm dressed up.
I'll
silly.
count.
Okay, we're gonna see what we got, man. All right. Are there rules, Tom?
Nope, no rules.
No, no rules. Okay.
Just push up.
Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can I go to my knees now?
No.
No? Oh, that might be it for me.
She's doing girl push. Oh, come on.
There's 4 on my shoulder.
Oh, okay, this guy's got it here. He's not even tired yet.
I know.
Oh, my God.
I know.
Look at that. Look at that. He can do push-ups till I get tired.
Awesome.
Man, oh man.
All right.
We had so much fun filming that with the guys at Theta Chi. So make sure you head on over to their haunted house today. It's 6 to 11. You can get tickets online ahead of time, or you can do a free will donation at the door. It was a blast doing that, and so we had to have a little fun at the end of that segment. So Valley Veterans, if you've got questions, topics you would like us to cover, our goals are to honor those veterans and tell their stories, as well as highlight companies and resources in the community for veterans and connect veterans to those. So our email is valley.veterans@valleynewslive.com, and we would love to hear from you. I'm Jessie Abbott, your host of Valley News Now.
Valley News Now and Cashway Distributing are partnering to celebrate the veterans of our valley. Tune into Valley News Live now on Facebook, YouTube, or the VNL app every Thursday at 1 p.m. to help us honor those who served and the people who support them.